So, hello, welcome to Game Holdings, welcome to another holding video. We have played Asylum, we have the series on YouTube, we have streamed the first 3 or 4 chapters, I think. A game, old school game, point and click, dark atmosphere, inspired from, the old ones, Lovecraft, right? I love Lovecraft. We're gonna continue it to see, what else we're gonna discover in this haunted asylum. So, with no further delay, let's just go and fucking continue to play Asylum. Let's go. Let's see. We are in the office. We got the keys. Let's explore. Let's investigate. Okay, an impressive desk occupied a large section of the room, right? It looked quite tidy, almost as if it has been used recently. Okay. It may have been the painting of a renowned artist, but it felt like a sadistic act of torture. It's torture. What's that? We prepare to delve deeper into the tunnel. Ellis had a few words with the security staff, playing the bad cop as usual, and warning them about patients often going missing, while I returned them to their cells. Afterwards, as things went quiet, we grabbed the lantern each and scouted out the regions beyond the crevice. The smell was nearly unbearable as we traversed the tunnels. I could recognize the handiwork of our motley crew in carving out the walls, but suddenly the shape, or rather texture, of the tunnel began to change. It was still man-made, dare I say, but yet different. Clearly the result of more crude tools. The rocks had developed a shiny, slippery surface massaged. The rocks had developed a shiny, slippery surface massaged by the history of who knows how many countless or centuries, millennia maybe. As we step forward, we notice curious patterns on the stone walls and also objects such as pots, effigies, and other fragments scattered on the ground, which were covered by a layer of spongy moss. Somehow, a whole ecosystem had survived within these underground prehistoric walls. I pondered the deeper secrets that could be concealed within the bowels of this towering cliff. When I grabbed one of the items on the floor, my eyes were dazzled by a craftsmanship unlike anything I've seen in my life. Not even in specialized publications or museums. It felt strangely alien, with hints of human crafting, yet at the same time, it was not quite human. When I saw the weird sculpture to Ellis, he seemed more excited than I expected and urged me to move forward. We resolved to move these fascinating objects to a location where we could probably research them. We both agreed that the 3rd floor of the hospital, currently in disuse, will be a suitable spot. Needless to say, there was a mutual agreement to keep this find from the rest of the staff. The continued investigation of these newfound underground tunnels are far more important than the remodeling of the building. Ellis warned me about expenses and such, but I dismissed such mundane considerations. Words aren't enough to convey my excitement. My hands are shaking with adrenaline as I transcribe this account. What we found at the end of the tunnel, it is beyond our comprehension. An ultimate glorious secret right here beneath us. They found Alien, probably, right? Lovecraft stuff. Ellis, impetuous as he is, motioned from us to go in, but I caught a glimpse of his presence, which was enough to paralyze my body and mind for what seemed like an eternity. Yet, a fleeting moment must have passed as I grabbed Ellis' arm and ordered him to stop. We cannot go in. Our rational minds wouldn't be able to stand it. The same patients from Group E, I was in the Group E, right, as before, are the key to making progress. Excuse me. It's nothing short of a miracle that our financial woes prompt us to resort to using our own patients to conduct the work rather than a professional construction crew. The patients have no idea what we found, and even if they spoke out, who would believe them? Yeah, because they're gonna think that they're crazy, right? Tunnels, weird smells, strange artifacts. An idea is forming in my head. I'm sure Alice will agree. It turns out that fears are more useful than we thought. They've helped us come closer to the entity. I've no other words to describe him now. No rational mind can withstand his sight. After all, what do we know about reality? It's all merely electric impulses traversing our neurons. But if an alien being operates beyond the limits of our comprehension, those impulses will fry our brains, unless our minds aren't operating correctly to begin with. They are indeed able to visualize something we couldn't possibly process with our sane minds. They fear the experience when they enter that chamber is evidently unbearable according to their own testimonies. Even worse than long-standing fears from their own past. Yet, something sticks in their damaged brains. We are unable to recover that information unless we somehow reproduce the same emotional conditions as those the patient had upon entering the chamber. So far, we've been able to recover one piece of knowledge from each of one by stimulating them to experience their past fears using various methods. If we put everything together, then maybe. An unexpected turn of events. All patients presented to the entity have developed an anomaly. Something physical has changed in them. As far as we can tell, they are all developing brain tumors. Why this is happening, we can only guess, but the evidence is unquestionable. Is it that even their damaged minds can't withstand the glorious sight of the being underneath, or is there a deeper meaning behind this alteration in the psychognomies? Huh? Physiognomies, sorry. In their physiognomies. We have no choice but to further investigate these tumors. To investigate these tumors. Yet we can't do it alone. The extracted tissues must be subject to standard procedures, and thus thoroughly analyzed by our pathologists. For obvious reasons, the source and nature of the masses can't be disclosed. We can't just drop them on the tables either, as questions will be asked. It's a blessing as it is that the strabe is working properly and leaves no scar, but we can't push our luck. Empress Baker is growing suspicious. We toyed around with the idea of firing her, but that might draw attention that we cannot afford right now. Alice had the brilliant idea of stimulating tumor growth in the same rodents already assigned to oncology. It's another fortunate coincidence that they're genetically similar enough to humans. Soon they will be studied and we'll get the information we desperately need. Alice will take note of the identification tag and watch the team closely. We established that for a tumor to manifest, one must remain in his presence for a certain period of time. Still, I asked Alice to subject me to a brain biopsy after my fleeting glimpse of those unfathomable shapes during our first time in that tunnel, just to be sure I'm safe. Something isn't right. The patients, they are acting differently. It's difficult to pinpoint in what manner. They simply don't feel the same. Last night, H was found lost in the basement and we didn't take him there. Also, L is known to experience absent seizures, but today I observed him in the yard and he spent many hours just staring at the ground below him. They act as if no, that can be. Why would they? We must do something and soon. Empress Baker is bound to notice. I'll have Alice recommend shock therapy in the case of L, and we risk an uproar, but there's no other option. Fuck me. My worst fears has been confirmed. This was very possibly something wrong inside me. Okay, yet, if that was the case, was there any solution at this puzzle? The first step was to confirm the tumor was real. Okay. Yeah, I read that. Nothing. Go? What's that? Nothing. A random old boot covered in dust. Oh. Ambrose, I must hastily write this letter to you as an unexpected turn of events may have hampered the long-awaited resolution of our work. The book you recommended did indeed provide the means to understanding those primordial arrangements. Ambrose, we unlocked it. What an extraordinary document, so precise. Precise, right? So precise, yeah. What seems to be inside, I can't elaborate further, and couldn't even if I tried my best, but I'm penning extensive notes for posterity. We must act quickly. There is a plan in motion, so to speak. It's far from the scholarly treatment this immeasurable overdue encounter deserves, but circumstances are acting against us. Okay. We need visual information that few human beings are able to provide. However, as you rightfully said yourself, Providence is on our side. I think we're done here, right? Who is that? I don't care. Yeah, let's go. This is the pregnant woman, right? That she was raped. Okay. Record book updated, which means brain tumor. The thing that was found in the tunnels was the beginning of it all. By then, Harwell Mental Institute had already ceased to be this beacon of excellence it had been in the past. Okay, but what? The idea of having a strange tumor scientific with ineffable consequences gave me the chills. Okay, so I must see if I have brain tumor, I guess, right? Not here. No. There's nothing here. Laboratory. Let's go to the laboratory. A sickened rodent decayed a long time ago was still inside this cage. No. Exit. Nice. What's that? There seemed to be a metal tag next to the rat with some kind of label on it. TPT 152. Okay. Am I supposed to in the museum was the some things, right? Let's go to the museum. DPT 152, right? Here, I remember something here. Here. It said TPT1. Yeah, that's good. Am I supposed to do something here? Oh, I picked the tweezers with the, okay, I'm supposed to do that to take a sample with the tweezers probably. It was best to prepare a okay. I got it. Okay. And he put it on the slide. Nice. Oh, I'm gonna compare. This have brain tumors because of the incident, right? And I'm gonna compare. Take a sample of my tissue, of brain tissue. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? How am I gonna be able to take? Oh, it had something in a, it had a chair somewhere. Remember? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, she really didn't hold that baby, right? She's trying to kill the baby. Okay. No, I don't think we need anything here. We took what we want here, right? What was the, with the chair? There was something like with a chair, a big chair. What the fuck was that? Was it here? Tasks. Perform a biopsy. Why was I doing this? The question pounded in my brain, which I was desperately hoping to be healthy and free of the malignant growth mentioned in the grace pages from the director's office and the library book. But I need to know, I had to understand. Had I been taken to this mysterious chamber, and did the result in my brain? There was only one way to find out. How? Operating room. Here, maybe? Yeah, here. So, what am I supposed to do? Something here? I'm gonna cut myself? Oh. Yeah, okay. I inserted the glass slide in the microscope. Okay. Something was missing, so I took the glass slide again. Oh. Am I supposed to... Oh, am I supposed to sit in the chair? Okay. Oh. How am I gonna take my breath? It's... Oh, through the eye. Am I fucking crazy? Are you crazy, man? Fuck me. Fuck off. So the needle went to my brain, like they do lobotomy or something, right? Fuck, man. That's why I have blood, right? And now I'm gonna test to see if it matches. Where is it? Ah, here it is. I'm gonna see if it matches with the one that has brain tumor, right? Okay. Why did the music change like this? And now I'm gonna put this. Nice, and here. And probably I'm gonna watch. Yeah, okay. And probably I'm gonna have brain tumor because I was exposed in the thing that was in the tunnel, right? Because I was in the alongside the part, the group E. Yeah, I have brain tumor, okay. Okay, man, take it easy. Yeah, I know, you have brain tumor, so yeah. Maybe it's not aggressive. But, nevertheless, we have a brain tumor, so... I couldn't believe it. I had confirmed what I feared the most. Nested deep inside my brain was an unexplainable tumor, the source of my visions and possibly the end of my sanity. Go. Another vision. This is probably memories, right? My memories, right? me! She was eating the baby? Oh, next chapter. Okay, 3 a.m.